Good morning, everyone.
Hi.
Happy Sabbath. Just another greeting. And to start us off, we have some special guests that have prepared a song for us to do. And let's get them on. Let's open up their video. And first up, we have...
Hi, everybody.
Happy
Sabbath.
Happy Sabbath,
Happy
guys.
Sabbath.
What are we going to sing?
Today we're going to be singing a new song, and it's called Peace Like a River.
Peace like a river.
All right, let's get started. Ready?
Yeah, let's just
All right, here we go. You
I've
ready?
got
peace like a river. I got peace like a river. I got peace like a river in my soul. I got peace like a river. I got peace like a river. I got peace like a river in my soul.
I've got love.
I got love like the ocean. I got love like the ocean. I got love like the ocean in my soul. My soul. I got love like the ocean. I got love like the ocean. I got love like the ocean in my soul.
I've got joy.
I got joy like a river. I got joy like a fountain. I got joy like a fountain in my soul, in my soul. I got joy like a fountain. I got joy like a fountain. I got joy like a fountain in my soul.
All together now.
All together.
I've got
Peace like a river. I got love like the ocean. I got joy like a fountain in my soul. I got peace like a river. I got love like the ocean. I got joy like a fountain in my soul.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Bye. See you bye.
I already saw that video part.
All right. And now, if you guys remember last week, we played a game. Do you remember what game that was?
And where are they going?
Where are they going? Because last week's story, we talked about Jesus. He was risen, and he was what kind of king?
Humanity?
Our commanding king we talked about last week. And so, this week, we are going to play a game called Somebody's Treat. All right? So you guys ready to play?
Yeah.
So the way we play is you're going to see somebody's treat. And we have to guess whose treat it belongs to, okay?
Okay.
Or who does the treat belong to?
Okay.
All right? So here's the first one. Let's see if we can find out whose treat this is. All right.
Rabbit. Rabbit.
Rabbits. But what's in front of the rabbits?
The tree.
It's a tree? Is that a tree?
It's where the food goes. Where the food goes.
It's a food tray, you're saying? Not where, oh, food for a rabbit, you're saying. Well, no, it's not food for a rabbit. There's a kind of animal that plays on it.
A cat.
A cat. So why are there rabbits there? It belongs to a cat, doesn't it?
Uh-huh.
But do you see any cats in that picture?
No.
Are you sure?
No.
Did you see the cat?
Yeah.
All right, there's the cat, yeah. Next treat, what are those?
Dogs. Dogs. They're for dogs.
They're for dogs? Okay, where's the dog though? It's right there. Do you see the dog?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, do you see it right there? There's its head right there and its tail.
You're not going to be able to see that.
Oh, you don't think you will see it on the screen? We'll see. Hopefully you guys will be able to see that. Let's see this next treat.
Rabbits. Rabbits.
Rabbits? You think there's a rabbit in there?
Yeah,
You see
a rabbit right there.
You think you see a rabbit in there?
Yes.
There's a rabbit in there. You're right. You saw it. But you know what little rabbits have to worry about?
What?
Because little rabbits are a treat.
2 owls.
Owls?
Yep, I see one.
Oh, you see an owl in there. Oh yeah, there it is. There it is, right there. All right. So hopefully those bunnies can get away.
Hey, there's
But-
another one.
There's another owl? Are you sure there's another owl?
Another picture of bunnies.
Oh yeah, another picture with bunnies. You think they got away from the owl?
Yes.
All right, let's see.
No.
Oh, but that owl is sleeping. You see its eyes are closed. All right. So let's see. What's the next treats? Carrots again.
Rabbit. Turtle.
You think turtles?
I can see a turtle.
You can see the turtle. You can see it. It's camouflage, and you can still see it. That's right. There's a turtle back there. But you know what? Turtles are a treat for somebody. Can you guess who they're a treat for?
Sharks.
For sharks? Yeah. I guess so.
Alligators.
Alligators or crocodiles? But that crocodile's not hiding, is it? No. So I wonder why that turtle's not scared.
Ah.
Because it wasn't a crocodile. It was a human dressed up as a crocodile. All right, and so those were our treats. Whose treats is that for?
Mine.
That's your guys' treat. Yeah. So that was the game, somebody's treats. And so something that we saw, that there was something special for each, for different creatures in those different pictures, right? And the things, the animals that they were treats for, they were already there. And so now we're going to talk about in our story today, because we're talking about Jesus being our returning King. And so we're going to talk about heaven and Jesus coming back and returning to bring us where?
No.
Where do you think Jesus is going to bring us back to?
Heaven.
Back to heaven, yeah. And so we're going to look at verses that talk about where Jesus went to. So last week we finished with the story of Jesus seeing his disciples and visiting people for 40 days. He saw over 500 people saw him. And then Jesus went up to heaven. He ascended. And now Jesus is in heaven. And now we get to live in a particular way. Sort of like with the treats that were there for us. So heaven is like a treat for us. Eternal life is a treat for us. But you know what we already know and how we can already live? You guys know how we can live already? No? Well, we're going to talk about in our lesson today. If you can join us at 10 o'clock, we're going to be talking in our lesson about how we can live today. And part of that we saw in last week's verse found in Hebrews 10:24. You guys remember what that said? No? Yeah, so that verse was telling us, encouraging us to love one another, or to encourage one another to love and to do good works. And so for those that made a sticker, we have this, made a poster for that verse. We have a sticker here that says, encourage to love and do good. And behind it are what kind of colors?
Red, yellow, and blue.
What kind of colors? What do we call
Primary.
them? They're the primary colors because our primary foundation in everything we should do should be encouraging to somebody, to love, and to do good. And so if you guys make a poster with this week's verse, which is found in 1 Peter 2:16. So we're going to be looking up this verse in our when we come together in our Sabbath school class. You click on the links below at 10 o'clock. Remember, get permission and help from your parents to get you on there. And we are going to look up 1 Peter 2:16. And so if you want to do a poster up for this one, I'm going to send you over a sticker that says, what does this say, guys?
Tree.
Does it say tree?
Treat.
Free. Yeah, so that's an F right there. Free, because our Jesus has died on the cross, and he was risen from the grave, and he has ascended into heaven. And so we have a picture of what's first? A cross. And so what Jesus has done for us is he's gotten us our freedom. And so we have another song we're going to sing together. And we have a guest who sent in another video for us to lead us out in this song. And this is Anaya. And we're going to be singing a song, Build My Life. A song that reminds us of how we can live today. Even though we're not in heaven yet, this song reminds us of how we can live as we wait. Here we go. Worthy of every song we could ever sing. Worthy of every praise we could ever sing. Worthy of every breath we could ever all the
around me. Holy, there is no one like you. There is none beside you. Open up my eyes and wonder. Show me who you are and fill me with your heart and lead me in your love to those around me. Put my trust in you alone, and I will not be shaken.
All right, and so that reminds us that we can live our lives in a way that honors God, in a way that honors Christ, that shows that we've accepted that He has come to live with us, that He has come and He has died for us, and that He has risen. And just as He has risen and gone up to heaven, we're going to be talking about Him being our returning King. He's going to come back here and bring us to live in heaven with Him. And so we're going to talk more about that at 10 o'clock. And so we invite you again to click on the links below, and let's go ahead and pray. One of you guys want to pray?
No, thank you.
Okay, go ahead, Ryan.
Jesus, thank you for your faith. Thank you that I got to have one for a little while. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. All right, so happy Sabbath, guys, and we will see you at 10 o'clock.
Bye. Bye.